In national news, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that the Kingdom of Bahrain is closely monitoring the military escalation in the region, which poses a threat of increased tension and widening of the war scope in the area, jeopardizing regional security and stability. The ministry emphasizes the necessity of commitment to self-restraint and avoiding any further escalation to protect the people of the region from the consequences of this dangerous escalation. The Secretary-General of the Gulf Cooperation Council, or GCC, Jassim Mohammed Al-Budaiwi, emphasized the importance of maintaining regional and global security and stability. In light of the recent developments in the Middle East, he urged all parties involved to exercise maximum self-restraint to prevent further escalation that could threaten regional stability and civilian safety. Al-Budaiwi stressed the need for collaborative efforts and diplomatic solutions to resolve disputes and ensure regional security. He underscored the crucial role of the international community in supporting these efforts and highlighted the potential consequences of further escalation. The statement concluded with a call for all relevant parties to commit to upholding regional and global security and peace. GCC countries have also strongly condemned the rising military escalation in the region. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed deep concern over the developments of the military escalation in the region and the danger of its repercussions. It called on all parties to exercise maximum self-restraint and to protect the region and its people from the risks of war. Meanwhile, the UAE's Ministry of Foreign Affairs emphasized the need to resolve differences through dialogue and diplomatic channels, stressing the importance of upholding the rule of law and respecting the UN Charter. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Kuwait reaffirmed its country's position, calling for the Security Council to fulfill its responsibilities in maintaining international peace and security and avoiding wars by ensuring the community's commitment to all international laws and treaties. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Sultanate of Oman also stated that it is closely monitoring the developments of the military escalation in the region and the danger of its repercussions. It emphasized the importance of exercising self-restraint to protect the region and its people from the risks of war. In the same context, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Qatar urged the international community to take urgent action to diffuse tensions and reduce escalation in the region. It reiterated its commitment to supporting all regional and international efforts aimed at achieving security and stability at the regional and international levels. Elsewhere, the Jordanian government urged all parties to exercise self-restraint and handle the tensions in the region with discipline and responsibility, avoiding any military escalation. The Jordanian cabinet emphasized the need to work towards de-escalation and for all parties to act responsibly and seriously in dealing with the risks of regional escalation and its significant and dangerous consequences on international security and peace. It stated that it has dealt with some unmanned aerial vehicles that entered the country's airspace and successfully intercepted them without causing any harm or injuries to the citizens. And Egypt's Ministry of Foreign Affairs affirmed that it is in constant communication with all relevant parties in an attempt to contain the situation, hold the escalation, and protect the region from the risks of sliding into a dangerous turn of instability and threatening the interests of the people. It clarified that the dangerous escalation witnessed in the region is nothing but a direct outcome of what Egypt has repeatedly warned about regarding the dangers of expanding the conflict in the region. For his part, the Secretary-General of the UN, Antonio Guterres, condemned the military escalation in the region, calling on all parties to exercise maximum self-restraint to avoid any actions that could lead to major military confrontations on multiple fronts in the Middle East. Well, last night, Iran launched retaliatory attacks on Israel using dozens of drones and cruise missiles after Israel's brazen assault on its consulate in Syria that killed 7 people. The Israeli military announced that 99% of the missiles fired by Iran were intercepted. Israel's military said more than 100 drones were launched from Iran, with security sources in Iraq and Jordan reporting dozens seen fleeing overhead, and U.S. officials saying the U.S. military had shot down some. For its part, the UN said that its Security Council is holding a meeting today to discuss the situation in the Middle East and developments in the military escalation. The Ministry of Information has announced an extension for receiving submissions for the 8th edition of the Prime Minister's Journalism Award until May 1st this year. Every journalist working in one of the local daily, weekly or periodical newspapers or magazines published in Bahrain, in Arabic or in English, with works published during 2023, is eligible to participate. Additionally, students from media colleges and departments at Bahraini universities are encouraged to submit their works to compete for the awards offered in accordance with the set conditions. And if you want to participate in the competition and to review its terms, you can visit the dedicated page for the award on the Ministry of Information's website at www.mia.gov.bh. During its weekly meeting, the Cabinet approved several memoranda, including one from the Ministerial Committee for Financial and Economic Affairs and Fiscal Balance regarding Bahrain's economic report for 2023. It revealed that the non-oil sector contributed a record high percentage of 83.9% to the GDP, reflecting Bahrain's strong economic performance. More in this report.
The Ministry of Finance and National Economy published on its official website the economic report of the Kingdom of Bahrain for the year 2023, which summarizes the key developments in the local economy, the performance of various economic indicators, as well as updates on development projects, and Bahrain's performance in international competitiveness reports. According to the preliminary data of the Information and E-Government Authority, the gross domestic product (GDP) recorded a growth rate of 2.4% at constant prices in 2023, supported by a 3.4% growth in the non-oil sector. The GDP achieved positive results in the fourth quarter of 2023, with a 3.5% growth at constant prices on an annual basis, driven by a 4% growth in the non-oil sector compared to the fourth quarter of 2022. On a quarterly basis, the GDP for the fourth quarter of 2023 grew by 4.6% at constant prices, with the non-oil sector experiencing a growth rate of 5.1% compared to the third quarter of 2023. The report highlighted the role of the non-oil sectors in supporting economic growth in Bahrain, with their contribution to the GDP at constant prices reaching a record high of 83.9% in 2023. Among the non-oil sectors, the hotels and restaurant sector recorded the highest growth rate of 8%, driven by a 24.7% increase in the number of visitors for tourism purposes. Hotel occupancy rates for 4 and 5 stars hotels also increased by approximately approximately 5% during 2023. Additionally, tourist nights witnessed a significant increase of 46%, reaching 19 million tourist nights. The financial project sector, which constitutes the largest contribution to the GDP, achieved a growth rate of 5.7% at constant prices during 2023, supported by the growth of several financial indicators. The total value of the unified budget for the banking system increased by 6.4%, and the total value of electronic financial transfers, Fawri, Fawri Plus, and Fawatir, grew by 15.6% to reach 29.4 billion Bahraini dinars in 2023. Furthermore, the total value of loans provided by retail banks increased by 4.3%. The commercial sector also grew by 5.3% at constant prices, with shopping malls experiencing a 9.6% increase in visitor numbers and the value of point-of-sale and e-commerce transactions growing by 7.9%. On the other hand, the real estate and business services sector achieved a growth rate of 4.1%, supported by a 24.1% increase in real estate trading transactions. Foreign direct investment reached 16.2 billion Bahraini dinars in 2023, with a growth rate of 18.9% compared to 2022. The financial and insurance activity sector recorded the highest investment inflows, with a value of 2.67 billion Bahraini dinars, followed by the wholesale and retail trade sector with a value of 29.9 million Bahraini dinars. Additionally, the report highlighted Bahrain's performance in global competitiveness reports and indicators. Bahrain ranked first in the Middle East and North Africa region in terms of trade freedom, investment freedom, and financial freedom within the 2024 Index of Economic Freedom published by the Heritage Foundation. Bahrain also ranked 8th in the sub-index Business Basics within the Agility Logistics Index. Furthermore, Bahrain maintained its classification as a country with very high human development in the Human Development Report 2023 to 2024 issued by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP.
The latest statistics on the reality of digital life in the Kingdom of Bahrain revealed that there are 1.45 million active social media users as of January 2024. This is equivalent to 97.2% of the total population, and it is confirmed that the number of internet users in Bahrain increased by 13,000 at the beginning of 2024, bringing the total number of users to about 1.48 million. The statistics indicated that the internet penetration rate in Bahrain reached 99%. The figures reflect the great interest of citizens and residents in websites and social media platforms, as well as the great support from communication networks.